Oh my God. Jesus. Welcome to Akah Bants. Oh my God. That is exhausting. I have a headache. Yeah. It is hard to dance for you guys. You said I must dance. So my veins are popping. Welcome to Akah Bants. Yo guys, you requested for the dance, so I said I'll be giving you the dance every Sunday, hopefully. I mean, on the days that I can't, you have to accept. But mostly we're coming on Sundays when I give you rundown of the news over the past week. So welcome to the show. If this is your first time, you're in the right place. This is where we talk about things that have happened in the past week, notable things in the world, in Nigeria most especially, but also in the world if it like relates to us Naija people, anywhere we are in the world. And we also talk about Twitter trends, so I do tweet casting. There's literally a new playlist on my channel now that catalogs all the tweet casting videos that I've put out there. So check it out. You should also check every other thing on my channel. I started a new type of content called reaction videos. I've been wanting to do reaction videos for the longest time ever, and I basically got to it on Monday. I laughed over a video that I saw on the interweb, Pamela Y, of a pastor who did some shenanigans at church. I mean, when I don't hear about that pastor, I hear say he's a Zimbabwean pastor that even tried to even fix one miracle service where he raised the dead, and that the investigation showed that the guy was actually not dead. So the guy's authenticity is being questioned. Well, I wasn't there to check or show whether he was a real pastor or not. I liked the message at the end of the end of the video, which, you know, spoke about love, but at the same time, like, it was all laughs, you know. But yeah, I'll be bringing out more videos for you guys and myself to watch and enjoy. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please make sure you share my videos with your loved ones, with your friends, and let's get the subscriber count up. But again, final thing I want to talk about, new things that have happened on my channel. Like, so if you go to my channel tab, you would see community. So guys, somebody literally in the comment section of a video, I didn't know this, but somebody in the comment section on my video literally just told me, yo, I can check the community tab and use it more. And so I checked it out. So I was like, oh my God, like, it's literally a forum where we can all talk and gist, not like direct comments on videos. Usually I've actually even posted stuff there, but I posted them as posts, not as like, I didn't know I could access those posts through community. I was just dishing out information and then I will respond through an app. But I didn't know directly on my channel that we could do that, man. So guys, go over to my community tab. I'll be keeping you guys updated. Now that I know what it is, I'm going to be keeping you guys updated on like BTS, things that I'm up to, photos. Like, I carry you guys in my mind, man. I woke up the other day literally thinking about you guys, and so just being grateful for you guys. But again, thank you again. If you're here, you're in the right place. Let's go straight into the news of what's happening or what has happened in Nigeria over the last couple of days. So guys, we're going to be running through the news. Don't have much time. First on the news today is that schools are going to be getting a phased reopening. So the government has actually said that daycare centers, primary school, university, secondary school can open all around the country. So the government is open, you know, has advised that most of the states in the country should carry out what do they call it, risk assessments on schools. Just go there, investigate, supervise, make sure that schools are complying with safety guidelines before they start the phased opening. And they've said that if the school has not received any supervisors, or if the schools have not received any supervisors to come check if the schools are compliant with safety precaution, then they shouldn't open. But they've also said that all schools must phase in class activities slowly till, you know, they are sure that they can keep everybody safe, and not just students but the people who students stay with, so aged parents or whatever. I mean, you have to consider all of that when you're making plans for opening schools. And the truth is, when I heard of this, I know life must go on. I mean, like, Nigeria has picked up like nothing ever happened. And to be honest, like, I have to say that it wasn't catastrophic. And I know there has been losses and so many people have died, but what I'm saying is it has not been, we haven't had a catastrophe. But my point now is we shouldn't get there. Look, a lot of countries that attained success with COVID-19 saw it heighten, then flatten, then dip, started getting back their economy, opening schools and restaurants and everything. But most of them have now begun to experience a resurgence of the COVID peaking. So even France, a lot of schools have had to literally go offline again. France has had to close down schools that were reopened after the COVID lockdown. Now they've had to go back to closing schools. A lot of Nigerian schools here have gone online, which is a good thing. It's not really bad. I think they're coping. Students are still learning. So a lot of platforms are doing well. A lot of schools are doing well with online platforms and teaching and all of that. I mean, is it necessary for schools to be open now? I mean, some may have to be, especially some classes. I mean, schools, students that are in phasing out classes. For example, SS3 students that need to, get ready for entrance examinations to go into university and all of that. Yes, it may be necessary. But I feel like with all the money that government is getting from aids here and there, instead of claiming that one patient that you treat in Nigeria is costing 1 million naira, why don't you put money into good use and see how you can make WAEC even an entrance examination that's taken online? Can you upgrade public schools to these online platforms? We've seen Otto Orondam with Slum to School prove that this is possible, even with his lean budgets and, funding from the general public and from organizations. So I feel like this is something that the government can do and should do instead of allowing schools go back. Private schools have already begun to teach students online, but public schools are lagging behind, which is a responsibility of the government. So I feel like government should learn from other people's mistakes. Don't wait to do the mistake first before you do. Again, on the news, when this week is all about COVID-19, COVID. Well, second on the news today, Nigeria has received COVID-19 vaccines from Russia. So Russia's ambassador, Alexei Shebarshkin gave the samples of the COVID-19 vaccines to the Minister of Health, Dr. Osage Ehanire. Right? I think I'm right. Yeah, so he made this donation during a visit to the ministry in Abuja. Now, what are my issues with this? Number one, this is the same minister, Osage, that said we should not bother him about the Chinese doctors that came into Nigeria during the lockdown. This man received 10 doctors, quote unquote, said there were 10 doctors that flew into the country to help with COVID-19. Not a lot of Nigerians shouted and said, no, it's not right. Don't do this. Don't bring any doctors. We have enough doctors. Let's focus on keeping our people safe. This thing came from China. What are we doing? They said, damn you all. We are getting these doctors. Later on, Nigerians began to ask, okay, so what's months later, 2 months or 3 months down the line, Nigerians were like, okay, sir, so what are the results? Where are these Chinese doctors? What are their findings? How have they helped? Who have they helped since they came? This man said, please, we should not just bother him. That apparently, he actually even discovered that these doctors, they are not actually, doctors, that some of them were actually technicians and engineers that came to work with their company, CCECC, which is one of the biggest Chinese construction companies, and they're working a lot in Nigeria, doing our roads and our rail systems and building all of that. So he's saying that some of these doctors came to work with the company, and maybe even the doctors came to protect their assets here, their human assets. So, because a lot of the Chinese people came with the COVID. So that means that before the breakout, COVID had been in Nigeria for months. My second issue with this is that Nigeria likes to take and take and take. We will take what is bad, we will take what is good, we will not ask questions, we will not think, we will not ask why, we don't want to give, we don't want to produce. Take. It's shameful. And I feel like this is just one of the things that we really need to be cautious about. And you know why? Because in 1996, listen to what I'm telling you very, very well. In 1996, Pfizer, an international pharmaceutical company, Pfizer that produces a lot of drugs. In fact, check any drug in your company, you will see one that is produced by Pfizer. They carried out tests that were harmful to Nigerian children, 200 Nigerian children. Now, they were allowed to do these tests by Nigerian government without approval, ethics approval, without required documents, necessary documents for that should I say encouraged ethics or showed that they were following ethics in these tests they were carrying out. A lot of big wigs were said to be paid off. The Attorney General at that time had his name messed up with the whole thing, But my point here is that, it should be noted that several children died as a result of these tests that were carried out by Pfizer. Some of them became paralyzed. And this was allowed by the Nigerian government. And when they saw that these tests were not working out, they packed up and ran away. And they were allowed to run away. And the media was hushed. It was hush. People didn't know. And like I've said it over and over again, it's as if investigative journalism is dying in this country and nobody is interested in resuscitating it. And they're attacking journalists that try to do it. The government is trying to clamp down on intelligent journalistic reporting. So it didn't start from now. It started from way back then. Nobody reported it. But thank God for investigative journalism in the abroad. All the way in the abroad. Washington Post put out a report about this, put out an article about this, and then opened the eyes of a lot of Nigerians, or brought the attention of a lot of Nigerian people to this. But the thing is that Nigerian patients, the 200 children and their parents that were used for these tests, were not warned. They were not told beforehand that drugs similar to trovafloxacin, trovafloxacin, which was used as the test drug, that drug similar to that drug caused joint damage. They were not warned. So the government allegedly allowed a pharmaceutical company use its citizens as test pigs. Is this the same government that we now want to trust with accepting vaccines from Russia? Same minister that this one is not even allegedly said we should not bother him with the Chinese people that they brought in to help with COVID. My dears, they should use the vaccine on themselves first. This government is as if we should just use scissors and cut them off. Anyways, next on the news, have you guys heard of the drama between Nigeria and Ghana? So there has been trade wars between Nigeria and Ghana. Just Nigerians were in their shops, in the markets in Ghana, and the next thing, officers and Ghanaian citizens began to clamp down on Nigerians, saying, close your shop, close your shop, we don't want you here again, pack away, go, leave, and all of that.
As you people can see at Accra Tiptoe Lane, we are here. This is my shop. So, and now they are still coming on to close the shop. You can see my shop since 2017. I registered my business. 2007 is here. I registered the business. I pay my taxes. I have my resident permit. Everything is here. They don't want to listen to us. You see, it's here. The certificates are here. If they are lying, if I'm lying, the whole world can see it. This is it. This is my resident permit. Everything is here. Today they want to lock my shop.
Nigerians were screaming, shouting, Nigerian lives matter, Nigerian trade does matter. Yeah, all of that. Well, of course, there was a heated environment with all of these. And know that a couple of months, you have to remember that a couple of months, I think a month or 2 months before this, that's 2 months ago, the Nigerian consulate in Ghana was I wouldn't say attacked, it was hit by a bulldozer, was destroyed. They said it was a mistake. Oh, that they are going to make sure that stuff is done. Yes. But my own issue is not even that. I don't want to even stir up anything or say anything about Ghanaian people or hate between Ghanaians and Nigerians. I really feel like Nigerians love Ghanaians, Ghanaians love Nigerians. But right now, I feel like it is more than the people, it is actually government. I mean, a lot of the people were the Ghanaian government came out to say that that it is in their law that you have to pay $1 million if you want to shop or do business in Ghana. Now I ask myself, say, if I have $1 million to invest, you think it's Ghana? I will go and now open shop. I will open shop in market with $1 million. Thank you so much, dears. But like I said, it's because the full story we don't know. But you could say that Ghana is looking for trouble, but you have to also understand that I think Nigeria started it first. How? With the closure of the borders of the Nigerian borders to Cameroon and Cotonou, Benin Republic. So, and we all know that Professor Nana, who is the president of Ghana, is very pro Western borders trade, very pro open border system in West Africa. He's one of the people who have said this is one of the ways that Nigeria or Africa, West Africa specifically, can emerge as a strong economy in the world. And I believe him. But then, months after your president Boo Boo goes to sign the treaty with other West African countries about open border system, and even though we were one of the last people, and signed that we will all have one passport, he goes away to close the borders to Cotonou, Benin Republic. Why? Saying that a lot of contraband comes into the country. Contraband has been coming into the country forever, and he's known this. So it's not because of that. Dears, waiting I hear for streets. Don't go and tell anybody that I told you. But waiting I hear for street be say, na Dangote cause am. So Dangote has been using that route, the Badagry Expressway through the borders to, Benin Republic and Benin Cotonou roads, which are exceptional. If you go to Cotonou, their roads are beautiful, strong, looking good, their main roads. So, I mean, he uses that route to send his cement supplies to other parts of, the continent. Now, president of Benin Republic say, I beg you, they use our road. Or yeah, pay something now, pay tax. Because the truth is, Cotonou does not produce anything. It is a small country. They don't produce anything. They only earn from taxes. So you have depots here, huge depots in Cotonou, and you use our roads to send, your cement to other parts. Pay small tax, pay something. Dangote say, he no go pay tax, he no go do anything. This one, that one, that one. So that's how they now said, oh yeah, now we are not doing again. Uncle Dangote went to report to his senior brother, your president, Boo Boo. Boo Boo say, we will show them that we are the giant of Africa. He allegedly locked down the borders just because retaliation. I mean, a couple of people thought that after a couple of months he was going to lift the borders, but it's closed and it stifled a lot of things, stifled a lot of economies, Cameroon, other French African countries, and trade, even Nigerian traders, especially people from the east. So people actually think that this is also targeted. Secondary target are Eastern traders who carry goods or buy goods from Nigeria to that place or from that place to Nigeria. It's not affecting most of the northern traders. So, I mean, they have nothing to lose because we all know that by now, allegedly, Boo Boo is a tribalist, allegedly. So, I mean, Ghana has been affected by this, by this bad regulation. And so they are like, to get attention, because the ECOWAS had talked to Boo Boo to lift up that border. But your president is stubborn. They hear. So now they closed down the border. They said, oh yeah, Nigerian people. It was not aimed at the people. I don't think it was about Nigerian citizens. I think it was to get the attention of the Nigerian government. But now, Ghana and Nigeria are in legislative talks on how business can be conducted between Nigeria and Ghana, between the two countries. And I think it's a good direction, Thank God it didn't lead to violence. And please, I love all my Ghanaian people. I love you all. And soon I'll be coming to Ghana, by God's grace, to spend time and enjoy my life there. Do you understand?
I like the way you roll. I know you got to my bottle. Oh yeah, take it, camaro. Oh yeah, say skeleton, 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 skeleton. You do skeleton, 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 skeleton. You the one you do, skeleton, 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 skeleton. You do skeleton, 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 skeleton. Go, 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 go.
FYB clap.
Go, 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 go. Like the under, big.
Finally on the news, did you hear that IrokoTV is leaving Nigeria? Well, yes. Why, you may ask? Well, they are losing too much money. People, between the fact that number one, people are too poor to pay for subscription now because of pandemic, and then people have lost jobs. So food is more important than entertainment. And then the dollar to the naira has increased. Naira has crashed. And then finally, the regulatory environment in Nigeria is becoming harsher. It's crazy. 2 laws have been passed over the last couple of months. 5% tax on audio and visual content by content creators. The Lagos state government has said that, they're going to be collecting 5% tax. But this is also in addition to the VAT that is taxed by the government on every income. So I'm like, this is double taxing. And then apart from that, they were slammed with this thing letter that they should submit their payment for tax in 1 week. And I'm just like, this is unfair. Also, in addition to this, pay TV platforms have been told to sub-license their content with other platforms. This is to say that exclusive content is no more possible now. So if I spend $80,000 to create content for my platform and for my subscribers that they will enjoy exclusively, I will now take that content and give to NTA. Why? NTA wants content, they should produce their own. So if I do that, then why will my subscribers pay me to watch content, interesting content, if they can get it on NTA? They are intentionally doing this. I feel this is calculated. Which kind of country sits down, which kind of government sits down to think like this? After you will say you want international investors to come, you want people to invest their money in the country. Meanwhile, you are bringing up stupid taxes, taxing logistic companies. My wife ordered some things from ASOS a couple of days ago. The clothes have arrived now, reached border. They told her to come and pay half of what she paid to get the clothes in. And after paying dues, what do they call that thing? Delivery dues online. They now told her it has reached port. Oh yeah, pay money again. It means that DHL and most of these international courier companies are under so much tax. Import taxes are up. Levies have been increased in this season. And so they have to share some of that burden with Nigerian citizens. It's making life harder for people. Now, let's leave that one. We're coming back to the content, with the issue at hand, which is content producers. They now tell people that they should now give their content free. You want to stifle an industry. This is what the thinking is. It can't be that you want a more competitive environment. That's a stupid excuse. I feel so hurt and burnt. It is as though the country is making it hard on purpose for Nigerians, business owners that are not northerners, specifically. And it is a sorry sight. It is shameful. It is shameful and insensitive. This is a trend now, guys, and I'm telling you, many people in the south are being stifled regulatorily. Their businesses are crumbling because of the laws and that are being passed by government. What is going on? If it's to increase minimum wage now, issues, but tax and money, that's where you will see the government. Doesn't make sense. I'm tired. A day after this recording, the Lagos state government distanced themselves from the 5% levy on content creators, going ahead to state that the executive secretary of the Lagos State Film and Video Censors Board, Mr. Bamidele Balogun, who was not authorized to make such an announcement, had been suspended pending administrative inquiry. Well, this is the end of the news today, guys. I gotta go. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry that today's episode is sad and quite, somehow, but I just pray that somehow we make the right decisions in choosing our leaders. Come 2023, which is a freaking long time from now, we have to wise up and know what we are doing. I don't want to talk too much, Sha. I don't want to talk too much, but Nigeria has become something else. It is well with this country. I pray that so many people who are going through hardships right now in their business and in their lives, God will give you grace and comfort. And please, guys, make sure you please give us a subscribe, give us a comment, and let me hear your thoughts. And please make sure you share my video, okay? Bye, guys.